I expected to stand here today and see myself in you, but now I don't see myself at 18 years old graduating from Stanstead College. Instead, I see you at my age, living a life of purpose. I find myself looking back at everything that followed this day. Before I begin, I would invite you all to do the same. Close your eyes for a moment and watch your life flash before you, like the memory of a possible future. Now, welcome back to the beginning. This is your life. This is your body, your mind. They are all you will ever need to live a full life. What is a life of purpose? You might have heard what Sir Edmund Hillary answered upon returning from the first successful summiting of Mount Everest when he was asked by a journalist why climb the mountain. He simply replied, "Because it is there." This famous answer is something I've given a fair deal of thought, and what I believe he meant is that the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. You will move forward through time far faster than you can realize, and the many paths you will choose and how you will maneuver through them will dictate your purpose. You may choose to follow the main roads and avoid obstacles, but if challenges find you, if upon your path you see a mountain taller than any you've ever seen, so high that you don't know whether it is surmountable for you, then because it will have been on your path, the one you chose, it should be your purpose to climb it, your calling. For it is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Why climb it? Because it is there. Here's another question. What is success? To be successful. Success is different for everyone, but for all of us, it is a fleeting and relative thing. So how will you live a life that you can look back upon and see as a success? Think about that. Think about it every day. These visions are your destiny. They are the dreams you will build your life upon. They will make you masters of your destiny. They will help you recognize opportunities and manifest your dreams. My life has led me to believe that all dreams actually come true. Because of circumstance or lack thereof, some people don't have beautiful dreams. Fortunately, that is not the case for you. I'm sure that you know how very lucky we all are for being here, for having been a part of this incredibly nourishing institution that is Stanstead College. It's this environment and the people within it that inspired me to stick up for who I am and what I believe my life should be. You will find that to be a very rare thing in this world. Beyond this community, your dreams will most often be stifled. And that's when the strength of your character will best be tested. Yet if you keep your dreams alive, you will be most surprised to find that even the most unlikely of those dreams and ambitions will come true, and often sooner than you can anticipate. This has taught me to keep dreaming and to keep chasing my dreams. And in the chase, I've often come to forget the dream until I find myself living it. Because if I'm being honest, it is actually one of the most difficult things to discipline yourself to live your dreams, to do what you love. It's easier to keep a job than it is to create one, for example. It is a lot easier to let life carry you than it is to master your destiny. And maybe that's not for everyone, and it's important to know thyself and listen to your visions, your dreams, whatever they be. Just try to remember that success is different for everyone, and that no one will ultimately care what you do as long as you are happy. And happiness is a choice you make and an attitude you develop. Your choice, your attitude. So how will you find success? What is your personal definition? I'll tell you something strange that I've noticed. No matter how grand or humble your dreams are, you will find as much resistance to achieving them as you will find assistance and providence. Every single success story starts with no one believing you're going to make it. Isn't that strange? Perhaps it should be a kind of sign that when you find resistance, obstacles, mountains, that it be your path to happiness. I can hear them now. You can't just do that. It's too high, too far, too difficult for you. Or, that's not what real life is like. I say, real life is for people who can't dream any better. You see, reality is negotiable. For instance, you each have your very own and unique array of superpowers. I'll tell you some of mine so you may know what I mean. One of my superpowers is naivete, which has allowed me to tackle challenges that were often way out of my league, endeavors I would have never embarked upon had I known how difficult they would be to realize, only to show me how much I am truly capable of. Another one of my greatest superpowers is appreciation. Knowing how blessed I am to be a human being in this place and time, alive. I know that enough is as much as I will ever need. I feel that my life is only as good as I am able to appreciate it, so I appreciate all of it. Every heartache, every unwarranted change or circumstance. I know I am blessed. Even when things are at their worst, I know intrinsically that it's only in preparation for something better than what I can imagine at that moment. Or finally, a superpower is vision. A vision might change on your way to realizing it, but to see something in your mind is the first and most essential step in creation. Reality is flexible. Don't be afraid to go against the grain. And don't be afraid to change your mind, too. You're only as wise as the last time you changed your mind. But believe me, whenever you will try to go your own way, whenever you will feel the need to follow your intuition into the unknown, the world will try to shut you down and bury you. Only see yourself as a seed that the deeper is buried, the taller will grow. Embrace resistance and use it for all the growth it will give you. Train yourself to enjoy criticism. Be content to be thought of as foolish, and consider that trying to be liked by everybody is a sure way to mediocrity. So confront the status quo, refuse to jump over the cliff with everybody else. If you want to be the best or first at something, you know you will have to prove them all wrong. You won't have the luxury of waiting for consensus before making your next move. How will you live your life? How will you choose your path? The possibilities are truly endless. And to know what you have to do, big or small, you will have to face yourself. Look at yourself and look hard at your fears, because on the other side of your fear is where you will find yourself. A controversial writer, a woman, Anais Nin, once said that life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I would add to that by saying that life starts the moment you leave your comfort zone. Discipline yourself to do what you love and to love what you do. The world is your reflection. Work at life with love, and life will be lovely. Have the discipline to be who you are, to be free. Freedom is success, isn't it? Free to be anything you want to be or do anything you want to do. To start again or live each day, not as if it were your last, but your first. To taste for the first time. Move, breathe, love like the first time, fully. Be prepared to fight for freedom and to hold on to every bit of it that you get, because otherwise it will slowly, silently be taken from you. So don't get busy with life, running to stand still. Aimless busyness is the killer of freedom. Hold on to your freedom. Everyone will have an idea of who you should be. Your parents, teachers, bosses, friends, even your spouse and kids. They will all want you to be the version of you that suits them best, is of best use to them. All advice and criticism is good and full of truth. But at the end, always remember, do you. Being yourself is the only true freedom there is. And as you walk upon your path, look to your intuition to guide you. The great filmmaker David Lynch calls intuition emotion and intellect working together. Emotion and intellect. Follow your intuition, knowing that no one is ever grown up. Everyone is making it up as they go along. So put yourself to the test, face your fears, find who you really are, and do it on purpose. Be willing to fail or succeed on who you really are. Don't ever try to be anything else, and you will be your best self. You are good enough for whatever it is you are doing if you are doing it your way and enjoying it. Besides, you better enjoy it, because I promise you, you will fail a lot. And you will be better the harder you fail. Keep taking chances on yourself, betting on yourself, blindly believing in who you are. Calculate your risk against how little you have to lose, then fail again. All greatness comes from suffering, so enjoy your suffering. Life will not always give you what you want, but always what you need most to grow. One day when you will look back at your life, at your successes and failures, much like you're doing on this very day, you will realize it was all practice for the present moment. In conclusion, I would encourage you to always look within at the road ahead. Idealize. Dream big and wild for yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in who you are, and though you will have lived a less than perfect life, broken promises, broken expectations, you will also find that it was when you best followed your heart, intuition, and purpose that you were most challenged and most free. You will have achieved and savored your wildest dreams as an indirect result of who you are. Because you are your dreams. You are the dreamer and the dream. All we have is now. Make it last. Thank you for listening.